listening to VOK, Voice of Korea News Now. Foreign political party leaders in their congratulatory messages and letters expressed their solidarity with the struggle of the Korean people, advancing confidently under the guidance of the respected Kim Jong-un. The first vice chairman of the United Socialist Party of Venezuela said Kim Jong-un's election as General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea clearly proves his leadership authority and the warm support and trust he gets from the Workers' Party of Korea and the Korean people. He noted that the decisions adopted at the 8th Congress of the Workers' Party of Korea that Kim Jong-un served as the militant banner making it possible to improve the well-being of the Korean people, speed up the socio-economic development of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and further strengthen the defense capability and sovereignty of the country. The acting first secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Armenia said the DPRK is making proud achievements in its course of development under the leadership of Kim Jong-un, whose strong power Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-un to position. The General Secretary of the United Center for Socialism of India points out that the progressive humanities stand full support and solidarity to the struggle of the Korean people, vigorously advancing under the leadership of Kim Jong-un. The International Secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of the People of Spain stressed that the energetic and seasoned leadership of Kim Jong-un for prosperity of the country and happiness of the people will bring about greater successes in socialist construction. The 10th plenary meeting of the 7th Central Committee of the General Federation of Trade Unions of Korea was held in Pyongyang on the 4th. Present there were members of the Central Committee of the General Federation. The meeting discussed ways to fully display the might of the General Federation in carrying out the important tasks outlined in the 8th Congress of the Workers' Party of Korea. First, the draft resolution for implementing the decisions of the Party Congress was distributed, and there was serious discussion and speeches. The meeting adopted a resolution on carrying through the important tasks presented by the 8th Party Congress with a unanimous approval. Then the meeting discussed and decided on the issue on convening the 8th Congress of the General Federation of Trade Unions of Korea. Before discussing the agenda item, Ju Yong-gil was superannuated and Park In-cheol elected chairman of the Central Committee of the General Federation of Trade Unions of Korea at the meeting. The plenary meeting of the 8th Central Committee of the Union of Agricultural Workers of Korea was held in Pyongyang on the 4th. Present there were members of the Central Committee of the Union. The meeting discussed the issue on carrying through the decisions of the 8th Congress of the Workers' Party of Korea as its first agenda item. On the basis of their deep study of the draft resolution on the first agenda item, the participants made an active discussion of the practical ways to bring about a fundamental change in the work of the Union. The resolution on the first agenda item was adopted with a unanimous approval at the meeting. The meeting discussed and decided on the issue on calling the 9th Congress of the Union of Agricultural Workers of Korea as its second agenda item. Before discussing the agenda item, the meeting recalled Kim Sang-hyuk because of his age and elected Han Jong-hyuk chairman of the Central Committee of the Union of Agricultural Workers of Korea. Active work for raising the quality of products has been done in all sectors of the national economy of the DPRK. And the nation's drive for developing famous goods and commodities, more than 820 products produced at industrial establishments across the country have been registered as the February 2nd goods in recent 3 years. And at least 960 production processes of more than 300 units won the Quality Control Food Safety Control System and GMP authentication. DPRK Foreign Minister Lee Sun-boi sent a message of greetings to Party Secretary on the 3rd upon the appointment of Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade of Mongolia. The missus expressed the expectation and belief that the exchange and cooperation between the diplomatic field of the two countries for development of the traditional friendly and cooperative relations would become closer, and wished him success in his future work. And that's the end of the news, read by Chejong Nam. This is VOK, Voice of Korea.